Virgo, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have your reading, Virgo. We're going to set out your oracle cards. And, yeah, these are general readings, right? So they may or may not resonate. Check your other placements. You set your moon, your rising, and your Venus, right? Yeah, so let's see what we have. And let's put out a few oracle cards. Today we're going to use the Housewife's deck because we've been feeling really guilty about cleaning our house here, Virgo. Yeah, so this is what we have to do. This is how we give back to society when we don't clean our own house. We use the Housewife's deck. Just kidding. That's what these crazy people do, right? These crazy people who are in charge, right? What they do is they make all these horrible laws, or they pay people to make all these horrible laws against you, and then they turn around and give to a charity and because of their guilt, right? Yeah. Often they own the damn charity too. What I mean by that is they'll give to a company that they own. Oh, we gave all this money to this company. Yeah, we own it, you bazitch, right? Let's get into it, Virgo. Let's see what we have. And no, you don't have to be married. For the Housewife's deck for Virgo, we'll take these, and we have the Braid, and we have Jamaica Kincaid. Yeah, I feel like she's one of my favorite in this deck. And this is about history. And Jamaica Kincaid had a rocky kind of past in her life, and she was, trying to make her life better. She moved to New York City. She wouldn't do that in today's world. Good God, no. In fact, if she lived in New York City, she might seriously be considering leaving. Yeah, and we don't have to talk about that. Why? It's another, show, right? We have the Braid, too. And so the Braid, Virgo, talks about, it can talk about something that is kind of, it can talk about something that is just kind of so basic, right? And so maybe it lacks luster. Let's have a look at the Braid, and let's see. Maybe you wear braids, though. I'm not saying that that they lack luster. No, I'm not saying that at all. And so this talks about identity, survival, and the opinions of others. Yeah, maybe you are concerned with what people might be saying or thinking about you. And this is, when I say something basic, I'm talking about survival. Yeah, when we see the Braid, you're dealing with issues of your own survival, kind of like, kind of maybe how you live, or things that are like affecting your, like the root in your life, like your basic needs. This can talk about maybe your job sometimes, and, or your situation, how you are kind of living. And especially with identity, right? Identity talks about like just, maybe how you want to be seen. But also identity is kind of, it can be like, maybe this is about an identity crisis. Maybe it is. It could be. Let's see what else we have. And Jamaica Kincaid, she was a little bit of in a crisis. She was a little bit of an identity crisis too. But let's see what we have. And we have Flannery O'Connor. This is reckoning. Yeah, you're reckoning with something. It's probably an ending. You could, or maybe even a new beginning for yourself, or both. But you're reckoning with something that, there's this reckoning card. It's really called humanity, right? But it talks about this lady, this very nice lady, Flannery O'Connor. She had to reckon, kind of come to terms with. That's what reckon really means. It talks about coming to terms with something that could be difficult sometimes. She had to reckon with the fact that she was sick and she could no longer, like, perform her career, or, she couldn't keep her career. So she actually had to move with her mother. She had to reckon with that, right? But she was a kind lady, and she actually sewed coats for her chickens. Yes, she did. That's how kind she was. Let's see what we have. That's why they call it humanity. And then we have the card of fantasy. And this is Emily Bronte, right? You're fantasizing about somebody. You might be in kind of survival mode about something. I feel like you might be fantasizing about somebody from your past, Virgo. So let's see what else we have. And we're going to use these cards have already been shuffled because we had the landscaper here. We did, and so we had started the reading and we had to shut it off. So I'm going to put them out the way they came. You have the Four of Cups, the Three of Cups. So we have this card, Judgment. In the past, somebody was judging you, Virgo. I feel like they were, because the Braid talks about opinions of others. or the opinions, right? Six of Cups, and this is somebody from your past, and this is an old flame. Yeah, and here she is drinking the pink lemonade, and they're equating this pink lemonade with the past because it used to be a big deal. They still have pink lemonade, but, you know, at one point it was just kind of, you know, really awesome. And so is pink popcorn, if you guys remember pink popcorn. I think they still have it. It probably has tons of, you know, like preservatives and stuff like that. But it was kind of cool to have pink popcorn back in the day. I feel like it was. It used to be just in a little plastic wrapper. So let's see here, Virgo. You know, here you are acting most likely as the Queen of Swords. You could be actually kind of cutting a partner out. You could, or you might feel like your partner's cutting you out. That's what the Queen of Swords is doing there. She's her husband's part of the rose bush, and I don't think he realizes he's being cut out, but she's doing that, like she's doing her gardening, and she's kind of like laughing, right, a little bit. And we know the Queen of Swords doesn't put up with any BS here. It can be, you know, but I feel like you might be cutting somebody out, or maybe somebody's doing that. They don't want to deal with, you know, some type of kind of like a disagreement. Yeah. So the Four of Cups is here. This talks about, you know, this woman here is resisting this drink. She's being offered a cocktail, and so she's resisting it. And, you know, this talks about kind of rejection. It does. It can talk about, no, I don't want any more of that, right? This woman has already had, she's already had enough to drink. So she's like, oh no, I don't want that. But this talks about resisting something here that you feel like is kind of like, maybe it's not good for you anymore, or you are simply rejecting somebody. This is what it looks like you are cutting somebody out right here. And why it's all happening here is the Three of Cups. Yeah, you want a reconciliation with somebody. And this humanity card can sometimes talk about a reconciliation. It can talk about reckoning with the past, like, okay, I'll accept maybe what I did, or you'll accept what you did, or let's just get past the past, right? Let's get over the past. Doesn't always have to be accepting that somebody's done something wrong. But, you know, reckoning is like coming to terms. I feel like you are coming to terms with the past. And I also believe there's a reconciliation. We see the little baby here. Really looks like a boy here. It does. A very cute little baby here. And these two cups are being poured into kind of like one fountain here, or one, you know, big chalice. In the past, somebody was criticizing you. We have judgment, or it's possible you want to make a decision and you thought maybe you were going to be criticized for that decision. This reading looks like you've made a decision possibly to return to somebody from your past. Maybe somebody you kind of had a rocky history with. You might be thinking that right now you're dealing with kind of your survival, maybe, or your identity, like how you are seeing like your life, like your identity, how people see you. Because it's possible here that that you are kind of rejecting a situation, or maybe closing out another cycle with somebody, and you could be seeing, maybe this is the opinion of others. Like I feel like you feel like somebody's criticizing you here. Because this Judgment card can talk about harsh criticism, right? You see the woman, and she's weighing herself, right? And she's beautiful, and she has beautiful legs. But she, you know, she thinks that she's being judged like she's gaining weight. So this is, you know, so she's turned herself into kind of a ribeye steak. Like, no, I don't want any carbs for sure. I'm just going to have protein, right? Because she feels like she's been criticized. And they're just using the weight as, you know, as an example. But somebody's criticizing you here. Yeah. Could be accusations. Yeah, somebody's making some type of judgment on you. I feel like you feel it's unfair. Yeah. And you may be fantasizing about this person from the past with fantasy. I think I said this right, with the Six of Cups here, because this is your old flame. And this old flame is showing up in the near future here. In your concern, Virgo, is the Page of Swords. And he's the cute little boy who is, you know, running with the scissors. And his mother told him, you know, 20 times not to do that. because, you know, you can get hurt. You know, I mean, I never did this kind of stuff, but I know kids that, you know, in school, you know, it was nuts, the stuff they used to do. You know, they stab you with a pencil, and they're running with scissors, and it's like some of these kids, you're like, oh God, I wonder how your home life is, right? Yeah. So I also went to school in San Francisco, and it was pretty, I would say it was pretty nuts. So here's the page. He's running with the scissors. His mother is saying, stop it. I've told you many times. This is your concern. I feel like you are afraid you're going to get in trouble. Yeah, Virgo. And here's the little boy, and he has handprints all over the wall. That's what my mom used to say, wash your hands when you come in the house after you've been playing, because, you know, I don't want to clean these handprints, right? She wouldn't say that part, but yeah, we knew what she meant. So let's get another card on your concern. You feel like you're being judged, and people are like criticizing you, and you feel like you're kind of in trouble, but you could be concerned about returning to somebody from your past. At the same time, Virgo, you are maybe you were kind of mischievous or mischievous in the past, and that's what he is, right? This is really funny, but you know, it's like you've done something in the past with this person, or done something to them, or maybe they have done something to you. But the point about it is that I feel like your concern here is that somebody will judge you for what you've done in the past, or vice versa. And so there's some type of like punishment you think you're going to get, something like that, or you're going to get into trouble. We have the 9 of Wands. Yeah, this can talk about a completion. Here she is, and let's have a look at that. But you know, she's climbed the ladder, right? And she's all dressed up, and she's going out. But, you know, she had to mop the floor first, because this is the housewife's deck. Yeah, she had to mop the floor. And she's at the top of the ladder. She's holding the bucket, and all these mops are here, and she's very happy, ready to go out. This is a completion, like a job well done. Your concern here is that I feel like you want this person from the past, but you could be thinking maybe you're just going to just kind of get into trouble, kind of. Like you could be ending another situation. It's possible with this Queen of Swords and the 4 of Cups from this deck. So you could be just thinking, well, I'm going to go after this person from the past, but I could just get myself into trouble. And as I said, you may have caused some trouble in the past for this person. Yeah, you could have. Let's look at the 9 of Wands here, Virgo. And this is obstacles overcome and imminent success. Hold on one second, you guys. And here they come again, these noisy landscapers, yes. So let me just lock the door a little bit, because all their pollution comes into this kind of door here. Okay, so let's see what it says here. Obstacles overcome. I feel like your concern is you're not going to be able to overcome obstacles with this person. Yeah, this lady has overcome all these obstacles, which is really to kind of clean her house so she can get to the dance. Yeah. Here she has her gloves and her evening dress on, or, you know, in those days they called it an evening gown. Yeah, you're afraid here that something is, it's not going to work out because you have kind of, I think you were kind of, you weren't like playing by the rules in the past. Yeah, with this person from the past. So your concern is you're not going to have success with this person because of that. In your environment, Virgo, is the 6 of Pentacles, and this can be sharing. And let's see what that is about. I feel like you want to share with this person, and this is why it is here, showing up here. So let's see what else it says about the 6 of Pentacles. See what else it can share with us. And we have luck, sharing, and generosity. This 6 of Pentacles is about generosity in times of both prosperity and hardship. If you're enjoying the sweet taste of success, why not try sharing that sugary bounty with others? This is in your environment here. I feel like what this is saying is that you want to return to somebody from your past, like in any case, like you don't care here that you are like carrying some type of a burden or a hardship, and I feel like it has to do with people judging you because you could be ending another situation. And even if you are not ending another situation, you feel like you are being judged for some reason here, definitely. Let's get another card for the Six of Pentacles for Virgo. And we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, you could be dealing with Pisces here. We have Judgment, and this could be Scorpio. And that's all we really have here in terms of these signs. The Queen of Swords could be an air sign. Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. But in your environment here, this woman is hanging this man up here. Yeah, this is your environment. Somebody is kind of like hanging you out to dry here because they have learned something. And it could be that you are moving toward your wish. This can be about a hardship, this Hanged Man, an epiphany, and also a hardship. Yeah. And the Six of Pentacles talks about that. In your environment, you're like sacrificing something, and this is a hardship for you. Wow. And you're doing it because you feel like the end result will be worth it. You're hoping right over here in your concern. What you want, and you're planning here. You're hoping, you're planning planning. You have the Two of Swords. And I feel like in this reading, this Two of Swords speaks to like, well, I have to do this because I really want this wish. This Six of Cups is somebody from your past, but this person is your wish for sure. There's no doubt about it. You're cutting somebody out here. Queen of Swords is cutting out her husband, yeah. And then the Four of Cups is rejecting a situation to reconcile here, Three of Cups. And down here, you're like, well, I kind of have to do this, right? So here's a lady carving the turkey, and she has a blindfold on. So she doesn't know how it's going to come out. So, you know, because she's wearing a blindfold. So it's Thanksgiving, and she goes, geez, I might butcher this all up, and nobody might not want the turkey, right? Because who wants to eat something that looks like it's been through a battle or a war? I don't. But the point about it is that here you're hoping to plan here, and you're hoping that like your wishes are going to come true regardless. Like, I'm going to do this. I have a blindfold on, kind of. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'm still going to do this. And you're hoping your plans are going to be like come to fruition. Your outcome, Virgo, is the Three of Swords, and this is it can be relationship troubles for sure, right? Here we have you know, the three cake cutters, and they are through this cake that has 3 roses, and they're sticking out here like they are swords at the end, right? And this is your outcome with the Ace of Swords. Let's see here with this Ace of Swords. Aces are always about new beginnings, but she's going to cut the cake. I feel like this is you. And with this Three of Swords is here because, as I said in this reading, the Three of Cups is here. You're ending a situation most likely. And this is to have a new beginning, to carve out a new beginning, the Ace of Swords. And let's have a look at that Ace of Swords. And, you know, they're showing here kind of the artificial looking cake because in the 50s, they started with the junk food. Yeah, they did. And they have continued. Now it's even worse. Yeah, let's see what we have, you guys. Yeah, there's a granola bar that says that it's very, very healthy. And the other day I was reading an article and it said it's so sprayed with glyphosate. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, but you guys said it was really, really healthy. So this is, you guys be careful when you read labels. Don't choose anything that says natural. It's a bunch of bullshit. I heard this judge say this a long time ago, like 10 years ago. Yeah, Dr. Ana Maria Polo. She's a judge on TV, right? And she does that show, Caso Cerrado. So let's see what you have. Case closed, right? She's kind of like a Judge Judy. So let's see what it says here. Challenges, trials, upcoming ordeals. Yeah, and so this is you know, you have upcoming ordeals because you're sacrificing this other person. And you know, she's going to cut the cake here. You're going to cut somebody out here, Virgo. You are. And kind of like, not a nice way to say it, but I feel like you are. And so let's see what it says about the Three of Swords. And this is relationship troubles, like I said, love triangle and infidelity. Yeah, I feel like you were at a point here where you don't care anymore what these people are talking about you possibly, or you have some harsh criticism by this person, maybe a Piscean right here, the Hanged Man, right? I hardly have any signs in this reading. It doesn't mean it has to be a Pisces, but you in this reading are like, well, I have to do this. So, yeah, good luck to you, Virgo, because I feel like you love somebody, and I feel like you're fantasizing about this person right here, right? Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. We're going to have an extended. We are. And the extended talks about how they feel about you. And we're going to have their spread, right? Their current energy and like what's crossing them, the root, why it's all happening. We're going to look at their recent past, what's on their minds, their near future, all of it, their environment, just like this. And how they feel about you, as I said. And we're going to look at their concern, their hopes, and their outcome. Thank you so much, you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys for sure.